Hi there, this is BenchSummer. This is a recorded replay of the prelims that I play, I think Monday, and somebody asked me if I can record this, so this is it. There might be some call that will be different from what I actually did in the game. That is because I am trying to make this video short. It means that I am thinking faster than when the actual game is happening. I will try to explain why I chose those lines, and if I miss something, feel free to ask on the comment below with the timestamp where it happened. So this is the list that I used on that prelim. It is the same list that I did used on the challenge, but instead I replaced the two collective brutality with two scourge of the skyclaves on the sideboard. The two skyclaves on the sideboard, some people think it's wonky, but this is my take of the deck, that it doesn't need multiple scourges. Maybe you can play two maximum, but I don't want to have that turn to on my other video, which is that shadow with Delver. There is a lot of time that I cannot cast Scourge on turn 2, and that deck is playing 4 bolts and 4 Delver of Secrets. So I think having Goif and Shadow is still very strong. Having a backup plan of traversing for Scourge if opponent is not gonna get one hit by that shadow is there all the time, and I have done it a lot of times and it works just really well. So instead of putting two possible clunky card on my deck, I'm not gonna remove my traverse and put it on the sideboard instead on the matchups where it really is good, like that shadow or other decks that's really dealing a lot of damage with their self. So with that on mind, I think we can start this. Delay and Tails End is not for every deck. You're not gonna put these three cards and put choke in, because I saw somebody commented on my Reddit that these two is kinda bad with each other. You're not gonna put in Delay or Tails End against Uro or Blue White Control. Uh, this is very much Jund, and Jund the Shadow loses a lot against top decks of Tron, Titan. So those decks doesn't really attack your mana, doesn't really feel the ruins you effectively, and doesn't really need to put in choke. So these three cards is just for that top deck: Titan, Tron, Eldrazi Tron. You can put it in against Dredge, because delay is really good, delaying those life from the loam. Um, you can put it in against combo decks that won't really punish you from having one blue source, and you're not really putting in choke on any of those combo decks like Ad Nauseum or Storm. So that's what these blue cards are for. You just don't use it out of grid. You just use it on those decks that win by the top of their deck, win using their top deck. So let's go on this game one against 1-2 Pablo against this is Jeskai Ascendancy. I'm pretty sure there's a game here where Tails End really, I think Tails End won me the game. So let's go here on game number one. Okay, against Pablo, I don't know what deck he is playing, so Against an unknown deck, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna keep this because I have Delirium up and I can bolt him if ever I need a Scourge. If I see his turn 1 drop is turn 1 play is not worth Inquisitioning, then I can just bolt him or I can Inquisition him. And this is I have Delirium in hand, so let's go. Sleight of hand and this one. So I'm thinking, what's this deck? Neobrand or with sleight of hand, some kind of different approach from Neobrand, because I'm not sure. I usually see this card on Infect and Neobrand, and I don't think sleight of hand will be played by a Neobrand deck. So I'm gonna bubble myself here first, see if I want to fetch, and let's dismember. So I'm gonna fetch here. I don't want that card, so I'm just gonna Inquisition him and Jeskai Ascendancy. So I might just take the Ascendancy here because that's his combo piece. And Grove of the Burn Willow is kinda tough here. I don't want that Shadow here. I want Tarmogoyf. Okay. So I'm gonna cycle this first. I'm gonna Inquisition him again. Okay. Now there's really not much to take here aside from Morphos. But I took Cling instead. Oh yeah, I'm trying to protect my Cling in the graveyard because if he draw another Morphos or something that adds black mana, for sure it's just not Morphos that adding black mana here. Just to cast Cling, I don't think it's gonna be consistent doing that. So there's another black card here. Uh, Black producing mana. And what's this? He took Giganta. Okay, I'm not drawing a threat here, so this is not gonna be good. You can say that you cannot really compare the Traverse and Scourge here. They're just doing the same here. So if you play for Scourge, it's the same because I'm not drawing my Traverse here. And my Delirium is up. If you say that if you draw Traverse, your Death Shadow is bad because of Grove, but I can Traverse for that one of Scourge if you want. So you have one card that I do not know. Let's see. Slugging. I got a Thoughtseize. So I might take what do you want to take here? Maybe a Peak or a Morphos. Okay, I took Giganta because I don't have a removal for it. It's gonna kill me. Okay, I'm gonna play a land and I'm gonna pass a turn. Peak, you know what's in my hand. Let's go to my turn. Okay. Draw 2 cards there. So I'm just gonna cast this Rampager. Go to his turn. Also was slow. He's dead already if I just draw my Traverse or a threat. But I didn't. Okay. Oh, it's likely he will cast that. Gonna swing. 4. Yep, I'm gonna TBR this in case I get another TBR next turn. I can win, and I still have all my removals. And he had it, so nope. Gonna get my forest and go to Eastern. Okay, another Jeskai Ascendancy. See, is he gonna win here? Nope, not casting it. Okay, so I'm gonna kill one of this Ascendancy. That's a lot of draw. Kill one Ascendancy. Nope. Okay. Waiting for Fate's Teacher, I guess. Okay, there's my Goif. Can cast this now. We have another path. Why am I tapping my mana? Oh yeah, I'm killing that one. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I need to push that now. And tap it again. I cannot do anything here. I'm just gonna fast forward this to my turn, but if I get on top here, I'm gonna get if I fetch resolve, I'm gonna get a stomping ground and try to bolt it. Okay, play silence. I cannot bolt it anymore. Let's see if he can win this game here. Nope, but he sinkhole my Goif. Yep, I just don't want to go through that. And he have silence anyway. There's nothing I can do. So now I cannot push this because I don't have a revolt, but I have 2 bolts. I cannot push the Stitcher anymore. See, just automatically play this. See how it goes. So it's okay. Okay, I bolted it. It trying to repeal the Fate Stitcher. It's trying to repeal the growth. So I'm gonna bolt it again because if it gets really big, I cannot bolt it anymore because it gets a +1/+1 from Jeskai Ascendancy. So let's see. Growth is gonna come back and it's gonna recast it. Okay. Oh, I have another one. Sure. Now I'm just gonna cast this to to what's that? To maybe get some interaction from it, even though it's not gonna kill the Fate Teacher because I don't have a revolt trigger. Yep, he knows it, and yep. I think I'm gonna lose here. I'm gonna get attacked by this Fate Teacher. He's not drawing cards, so he's not gonna mill himself. He's just getting the +1/+1. Drawing 2 cards at a time, I mean. So I'm dead here from that swing. Uh, it's unfortunate I only got Tarmogoyf as my threat. So there's really nothing I can do here. No Traverse, no Dead Shadow, no Scourge, no... Just one Traverse, one Goif. Let's go to game number 2. See how will I sideboard here as I put in this... I think I put in Delay and Tails End, and that's it. Delay, Tails End, taking out the pushes, I think. Yeah, I think I took out that 3 push. Oh yeah, I took out 2 Channeler and a push, I guess, yeah. Because you don't really want Channeler against combo deck, you just want to run them over. You don't want that selection for late game. So let's see this. So I'm gonna keep this because I have a turn 2 go. If I'm gonna cycle Street Rate first. Okay. So I didn't took out Chandler and I put in Ashok. Okay. I'm gonna pass the turn. Let's go to my turn. I'm not gonna fetch. I want my second land, my third land. So I'm gonna cast my Goif here. Just imagine if that too is Scourge. I cannot cast it and I don't have threat, but 1/3 dude. Okay, play a no-lander for Leyline, which is good. So I'm just gonna swing this Goif. Yeah, I think I should have traversed there first. That's my mistake there. So I should have traversed there, extra damage from Goif. And then get a Swamp and then play my Scourge. Yeah, I miss 1 damage there. Yeah, I conceded. Let's go to game number 3. Okay, so I put in all my Scourges. My sideboard Scourges, yeah. I cannot remember how I sideboarded here, but yeah. I'm gonna keep this. So I have 2 draws. So I have 3 draw for the second land. That's good against Scourge turn 2. I'm gonna cycle first. I'm gonna fetch shock and cast Spellbomb. It's not really gonna hit him because of Leyline of Sanctity, but I don't really have anything to cast. I'm gonna get a Watery Grave here, maybe next turn, so that it doesn't know that I have a blue yet. Since I'm casting this anyway, so see, I'm gonna cycle. I think I need to cycle first in case I get a bolt. I can bolt that. Or did I take out bolt? I cannot remember. Let's see. Okay, I drew a land. I'm gonna play Burden Catacombs. I'm gonna swing for 3. Yeah, swing for 3 here. Let's see what he's gonna do here. I can tails end something here. It's okay. You have 2 cards in hand, so that's... And he's trying to all in on this turn. I think he know that he's dead to a TBR if we don't do something, so... He have 1 card, so he's gonna have 2 card in a scry. I don't know how will you see the scries, but let's see. Okay. Discarded the land. That's okay. It's not adding any colored mana. There's the land. Now Yeah, I don't have any card in here, so it's just dead next turn for sure. But in case you have a lot of cards, you have a green white, so this one is I tails end the untap part because I think it's gonna float this, yep. And then it's gonna untap because I'm not sure what it's gonna take in there, but maybe have a Celestia Charm. That is what I'm thinking because I used to play that card and it exiles target creature with power 5 or more. And if you float a green in this untap, you can get a white, and that's a tutorable card for Glittering Wish. So what I did here is I'm gonna fetch for a Watery Grave first, so that I don't draw it from my Spellbomb. And then I'm gonna Spellbomb myself, because I cannot target him. And then I'm gonna pay that black to draw a card. I don't really need to do this, but I just want to do it since I don't have anything to cast in here anymore. And it looks cool that make opponent think that you tap deck the card that you need. So I'm gonna tails end this after this trigger. So his creature is not gonna untap. He may draw and discard, and he's I don't think okay he drew, so he's gonna discard that. As in case he draw a Fate's Teacher, I guess, but he float a green, so he's not gonna draw. It's not gonna unearth it anyway. So what did it take here? It's this card. It's a draw two card. He's planning to draw two cards. So he's dead this turn. So I drew another Scourge. So he's just dead. He's gonna TBR it and win the game. So that's the first game. Let's go to that second match. This is a Zooicide match against Skinner Macox. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that name. So I'm gonna be on the play. So I don't know what I'm playing against, but a turn to Goif and a Scry is a good. So I'm gonna keep this. It's also possible turn to Death Shadow if I draw another Death Shadow. So I'm just gonna bubble myself first. So it's a traverse. I don't really want that. So I'm just gonna fetch Shock here for Blood Grip and a Cycle. And let's go to his turn. Am I drawing here? Fetch. So to my turn, I see his first. Okay, so it's a Zooicide or Landfall deck. It already scares me when I see this card because they're really fast, and that's their only strategy. So I'm just gonna play a Goif here. I'm just gonna take that initial burst of this Hound because usually this is the worst card in their deck. So I'm just gonna ignore it as much as I can. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna block that. I'm gonna block the Swift Sphere. I think he's attacking me and everything and killing me next turn. I guess that's his plan. So I'm gonna block the Swift Sphere. You can have that mutagenic growth there, but what can I do? I need to block or I'm gonna die. So I have 5 cards on his next turn. This is a really good draw. So I'm just gonna bolt this now. I'm gonna bolt this because this requires a land that requires a spell. And I can block this now. I can just play my Death Shadow here. I can swing. Yeah, I can swing here. There, he only have two more haste creature in his deck, so let's see what he's gonna do here. So he can multiple this eight, at least 8 power. If he play a Tarkas command, he can go to a 8 power with TBR. I'm gonna die with that, but I'm not sure. This doesn't look like a landfall deck as he have his street rate, so I just attack with Tarmogoyf there. So most likely this is just gonna be an 8 power. That includes TBR already, so I'm just gonna block it. So I'm gonna block it. I think he's planning to trade with my Dark Shadow. He's becoming Men's. Yeah, I'm just hoping he don't have a push in his hand. I don't think they play push. I think they play this member. So so I'm just gonna fetch here, not shock myself. So I'm gonna traverse here for GCR. He need to dismember it before. You need to dismember this before traverse resolve, or he's dead anyway. Just paying for life for dismember, and I just leaving this to 1 and then 4 from GCR. So I'm just gonna traverse here, and he's not gonna do anything. Traverse, traverse for GCR. I'm gonna swing for lethal. He gets concede before I go to attack step. So let's go to game number 2. How did I sideboard against this deck is I put in 2 of my Scourges and go for the throat. And I took out, what did I took out here? I think I took out Street Rate. Yeah, I think I took out 2 Street Rate. I'm not sure, I cannot remember. Sorry about that because I don't really write it up, and this is a fairly new deck to play against. So I don't really have a set up sideboard guide for this yet. So I think I took out 2 Street Rates for 2 Scourges. Let's see the game. Okay, I mulled that. I accidentally double click because it's lagging. But I saw TBR and a bunch of lands, so this one I think I'm gonna mull, and I'm gonna keep and gonna get rid of this TBR. Okay, this get rid of the forest instead. That's much better, as I need this TBR to win on a tight spot. Now let's see. Thoughtseize, he took the Inqui. You have something in hand that is protecting. So I got a Veil of Summer. He knows it, so let's see. So I'm just gonna fetch here and not shock. Because I have a Tarmogoyf in hand, so I'm gonna bubble myself and see if I want what I'm gonna draw. I don't want the second TBR, so I'm gonna fetch on his upkeep. I'm gonna get Blood Grip. I think I'm gonna get an Overgrown Tomb. Okay, Blood Grip. That's good. Okay, I have a Veil of Summer. All these cards. So I'm gonna play a bubble and bubble him. hmm I hope I draw my third land so I can start casting threats. Cannot touch this me because he knows of my Veil of Summer. Okay, killing that. So I'm gonna cast my Goif. Yeah, maybe it attracts some removal. Let's see. Took out TBR. Hmm. It's kinda hard because he can fetch shock to 5, become immense 10, and TBR for 20. And I'll be down to 1 when that happens, and I'm gonna die to a bolt. So I'm just gonna cast my Scourge here. Double block it. Yep. We have Mutagenic Growth and a TBR instead. So okay. I really need that land now. There's the land. That's good. So I'm gonna cast this Scourge again. And maybe fetch for a forest. Yeah, I should fetch for an overgrown tomb here. So they cannot interact with it. Okay. Okay, here I also have a Scourge and another Scourge. Okay, so think that's okay, but I cannot choose this Tatsis anymore. So I just fetch here and not shock myself. I'm gonna get an overgrown tomb. Hmm, that is good. So I'm gonna decay this now or decay this on his upkeep. I don't want him to draw a Veil of Summer and kill me. Hmm. So I didn't decay it there. Maybe I'm planning to make him swing with everything. And yeah, I'm baiting him to swing with everything here. Because I'm not gonna die. If that's not a spell, I'm not gonna die. Because I can abrupt decay this, block the Death Shadow, and I'm just gonna take 10 and I can swing back with my Scourge. But I think he knows how the combat trick works, but he is still greedy on his part because I can kill this, take 9, block this, and draw another removal and kill the Swift Sphere. So I'm gonna block the Death Shadow. This is not gonna die because this works also like Death Shadow, so this is gonna be 17/17 with 10 damage on it. And the Shadow won't die, but that's the only way I live here. Uh, Maybe I should have blocked the Scourge instead. Or no, it's also not gonna die. So, yeah. I'm just gonna decay one Scourge. Now I need a removal. Unless there's another creature. Then took out Lurus. Okay. If I got a removal here, I already win. It's not a removal. Okay. So I'm gonna cast this. I'm gonna fetch for a swamp here. Fetch for a swamp. And cast this Tarmogoyf. And pass the turn. Now, you already know about that trick that I did. He's He's not gonna attack anymore, I think. Hmm. You wanna attack first? Yep, I'm dead here. I'm thinking that he will be scared of her removal again, but he did try it. He is a ballsy shadow player. Yep, I lost that game because of that fetch. Maybe I did not should have that fetch there. I thought he's gonna be scared of a removal. So let's go here in game number 3. There's no removal here, but I have a lot of these cards spell. It is a risky play if you keep aggressive hand, but it looks like he took out the hounds and went mid-rangy, so I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna cycle these 2 3 traits. I need the land. There you go. I'm gonna play this watery grave for now because I need this for stomping ground. So I'm gonna inquisition him. I'm gonna take a push. Play it. Bubble, bubble. So we don't have anything there, but he have 2 cards that I do not know, so I'm just gonna inque him again, I guess, and Thoughtseize him. Yeah, I only have that shadow, so I'm just gonna pass a turn here. Should have cast Goif there, but if you have removal, it's gonna be not good, so I'd rather clear the way first. I'm gonna get a stomping ground here. I'm gonna cycle. I need another land. Cast this discard spell. There's land. Okay. Mutagenic growth is not really doesn't really matter, and this is just 2 turns away, so I think I'm gonna get Agadims here and get a swamp and cast my Goif. Let's go to my turn. Let's see what he does here. He already also have his own Goif. He played a Overgrown Tomb. So I'm gonna abrupt decay this and swing. Or I can cling first. See if I get another removal for this Goif. Okay. I'm gonna swing for 5 here. Yep. See. He took out Lurus. He's gonna play a land. Okay, a land that I do not know, so I know all these cards is this for. So I'm gonna cling that shadow here. I cling the shadow. Nope. Okay. Oh yeah, I can Thoughtseize the Lurus anyway, so I'm just gonna cling for a draw. So I'm gonna Thoughtseize him, take that Lurus out of his hand, and play this tapped. Fade Overgrown Tomb tap. That's his card. Let's see what he got here. swing here. Yep. I cycled and I drew a Gorklan Rampager for the win. So I don't. He have one card that I do not know that's in his hand, but I think if he's gonna push this, you should have pushed it on the upkeep before I get another chance to draw a Veil of Summer, and he could have pushed it after I cycle. You have two chances to push it, upkeep and in response to that card cycling. So I don't think he have a push there. So I won that game. Go to the next game. This is against Dredge. This one I think I got kinda lucky on this game. You will see how it goes. I don't know what my opponent is playing, but I'm gonna keep this hand. So I'm gonna cycle first. Okay. I'm gonna Inquisition him. So I'm gonna take Merchant of the Veil here. Hope to get another discard for the Cathartic Reunion. Play that, sure. So I'm just gonna play my Goif here. Okay, the Arid Mesa. And he might be playing Bloom. Okay. No. I have to bolt this. I need to deal damage so that I can cast my Scourge and not die to a uh, potential, what's that, chill, to double chill. Because it's gonna mill a lot. There's two Ox in the graveyard, so he's gonna Ox here. Okay, didn't hit anything. I don't know if I'm lucky or he just getting unlucky. So I'm gonna cling this Conflagrate now. Okay, Conflagrate is exiled. So I discarded all that cards in his hand, so we don't need to see that anymore. So I just need a TBR here to win. Cause six plus 4 is 10. Minus 3 is 7. Plus 5 is 12. So we'll be at 1. I think I need to do that. I need to gamble here because he's gonna cast another Ox next turn. So I need to cycle this and try to get a land or GCR. Okay, I didn't get it. I'm just gonna swing here with both of them. It's gonna be at 9. Let's go to my turn. I just reverse for a shadow there. So I'm expecting that I'm gonna lose here already. Because look at that, 23 cards. And it's gonna mill 15 of them. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get double chill here. So you just see and gonna show you how unlucky he was. He didn't get any chill out of the 15 cards that he milled. He have all his 3 chill on this last remaining 8. So I won that game. Let's go to the next game. Our sideboard here is 2 Spellbomb, Ashiok, 2 Delay. I took out 2 Channeler, I guess. 2 Channeler, 3 Push, and Trophy. Yep. 2 Channeler, 3 Push, Trophy should be the the thing that go out here. I don't want to put in too much score just because sometimes you win against them, they having 17 life, and that's a 3-3 scourge. So I don't think I want more than one. So I'm just gonna keep this, but I'm not sure. That's what I'm thinking during this time. So let's see. So I'm gonna keep this. I have 2 threats. I need lands. I'm gonna traverse for land. I have a Thoughtseize. So I'm gonna keep this one. Okay. I'm gonna look at the top card of my library. I need a land, so I'm gonna cycle, get that. I'm gonna play this Blood Crypt, because I wanna draw another land. I'm gonna Thoughtseize him, I'm gonna get Cathartic Reunion. That Blood Zone is gonna be really good here. If you get that, yeah, I would alone in the graveyard. Cycle, that's okay. That scourge is kinda bad here right now, so I'm gonna just cast this Dead Shadow. That's good. I cling the loam, yep. So that's good. At least there's no blood zone. Verdant Catacombs, I don't want that. I'm just gonna fetch shock, cast my Goif here. Do a traverse, which is nice. I can traverse for another shadow. And it's getting unlucky again. I'm gonna get, I think it's gonna cast another one. Okay. So I'm gonna swing here. It didn't block, so I can cast my Scourge here. 6/6 Scourge. I don't want to traverse for another shadow because you have a Blazon and you don't have any more Dredger here, and you have set Shenanigans in hand. So let's see here. We have Blazon, okay. I'm gonna swing with both of this guy, and let's see. I'm not gonna GCR this. He doesn't have anything to dredge still for that chill. You need to naturally draw it, and it's gonna be 7, which is it's gonna be 3, which is okay. So I'm just gonna traverse here for double shadow and pass the turn. Let's see, Shikhorn, okay, didn't hit. Okay, that's okay. I think he missed block here, so I'm gonna play my. I'm gonna swing with everything here. Because I'm gonna die next turn. Just in one turn. He made that happen. So I'm just gonna attack with everything. He need to block all of it. So he's gonna leave. He's gonna get left with this 2/3, and he doesn't know what I have in hand. I'm not gonna win here if I wait. Because he have so he have imp in hand. So I should just attack here now, and he can still dredge here. I have to risk it that he block incorrectly here. Let's see. That's the block that he did there, which I am not sure why he did not block this with this one. He's thinking he's dead to a TBR anyway, right? So he's not blocking the 3-1. He did maybe he did not count for GCR. So what's gonna happen here is this is 13 life minus 1 is 12. I'm gonna fetch here. This is 13 plus 4 is 17 exactly. I'm gonna fetch here, not shock. So it's gonna trample 14 plus 3 is 17, exactly lethal. And that won me the game there. I think he blocked there, I'm dead next turn. But he didn't, so that's because he doesn't know what I have in my hand and not really change it. If he traversed there, he can prepare for it and he's gonna block everything for sure. And I might not end up attacking with everything because that is anticipated and calculated. So I won that game. Let's go to the next match. There's Exist That Shadow. Again, I do not know what I'm facing here, but I think he is a GDS player. I saw him. I saw his name on the challenge result. Top 32 last the challenge that I joined to. So I'm just gonna keep this. I'm gonna look at the top card on my library and scry. Was that? I don't want that. What's his top? Dismember. So I guess I do not know what he's playing. That's why I look at the top card of his library. So I'm just gonna fetch this and cycle my street rate. Nope. Yes, another bubble. That's okay. I'm just gonna do this after he draw now. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw. Let's go draw. I'm not gonna do this yet. Yeah, I ate one of my bubble. I draw this street rate. I'm not gonna do this because I can scry again. Okay, now I want that, so I'm gonna cycle this. I just do that, just a check. That's a check. If it's gonna fetch and not shock here. Some players do that, so I'm just gonna touch him here. I'm protected from stub, so I'm gonna take that angler. Yeah, I think I should take that angler here. Mm-hmm. I took the dismember, okay. I wanna cast my Scourge next turn. And he has no way to fill his graveyard, I guess that's why I took the dismember there. It's okay now. I can traverse for my Death Shadow. Or just cast this. Hmm. This Goif is very safe. My Goif is 5/6 just from my graveyard, so even if he delve, I'm gonna get a bigger shadow. So that's okay. There's no value from that one. I'm just gonna abdicate that before you get some value out of it. Okay, I'm just gonna cast Scourge instead. Okay, drew a push and dismember. That's good. That's okay. So I'm just gonna traverse here. Nope. Okay. Gonna swing. It's gonna die. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, he needs to block. He's not gonna die because he have a stub. So that's okay. Gonna fetch shock here. And then I'm gonna let it die first. Now I can traverse for another Death Shadow. He can soft stab it so that I get it cast my Death Shadow this turn. But he didn't, so I can cast it. I think he should have soft stabbed that, and yep, there's nothing really he can do because his 5 is lethal to both of this. So let's go to game number 2. Mm-hmm. How did I sideboard here? I put in 2 Scourge, 2 Veil of Summer, 2 Spellbomb. I think I put in 1 Choke and 1 Go for the Throat. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And I took out 2 TBR, 2 TBR, 3 Inquisition. I think I took out GCR. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to 1 Bolt and 1 Bubble. Yep. Took out 1 Bubble because I put in 2 artifacts. So my Delirium is still on point. I'm gonna keep this. There's a stab, but it's okay. I have another Inqui. I play this before I play my land because some people like stabbing that. So I'm just gonna get a land here and I'm gonna Inquisition him. Okay. It's gonna get stabbed. It's okay. Now he's gonna Thoughtseize me. Taking Goif. Okay. I'm gonna Inqui him again. So I'm gonna take that out of that. Let's go to my turn. So I'm gonna cast this now. Let's see. He's okay. I'm gonna Thoughtseize him first. That's TBR. This is a 4-4 now. Can now swing. I'm safe. I'm kinda safe here. I got a land from the cling. What did I cling? Yep, cling because he can cling on his upkeep. I thought he didn't do anything there anymore. But I cling his cling before he can untap and play a land. So in here he's gonna play that. He knows yeah I have this too. So that's okay. I'm gonna dismember that on my turn. I'm gonna fetch not shock. I should not have played this Verdant Catacombs. I made a mistake there. As he can draw Colligans and make me discard and return this to his hand. Yeah, I drew a land, so it doesn't matter. I'm not punished. But if you draw a Colligans there, that's really bad for me. So I won that game. Let's go to the next game here. Against, do I even play this? Do I even have to show this? Against McQuinsas. Against his 4-color Money Tribal. I already know what his deck is. Because it's McQuinsas, he posts a lot of his deck in Twitter. Although I don't have a Twitter, I just search his name or other player's name. So I'm just gonna keep this. It's not a very good hand, but I don't wanna give up of this two on this two that shadow and hope I can cast it next turn. I just need straight rate and I can cast this next turn. What I have in his hand is just Uro, so I just take the Uro. Scalding turn. Yeah, the bolt. I need to bolt myself here, yes. Nope, okay. I'm patient. Yeah, I need to bolt it in case he draw the fairy. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna cast this two shadow here to his turn. I'm gonna bolt myself. Because he can play he can try to kill this and then cryptic command my bolt. So I'm bolting myself on my end step. Yeah, still draw a bolt. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna push this after blocking. As I can die to a bolt, we have a Mystic Sanctuary in hand. Yeah, I misclicked there, that's why I didn't push it on his end step. I was so mad that I have 6 there. Forgot that I have 6, so it's still lucky that I draw a bubble here. I'm just gonna do it on his upkeep. I'm gonna push this now. So he's gonna counter draw, and I know his draw is Flooded Strands, so I'm just gonna let him do it. So I have 2 cards that I do not know. I have a chance here. I just need to draw a threat. I'm gonna toss this him now. Nope, I'm gonna wait for my threat, I guess. Okay, that's the biggest card there. He drew 3 cards from that one. He said that could be the game changer there, and yep, he have Mystic Sanctuary for that path. Anyway, yep, that 3 draws there has been different, and it timed. I got my after that 3 draws. So yep, I'm gonna. You have no more out here. I can push it, but I can just cryptic command it. Yep, I'm so dead here. So I conceded that, I guess. Yeah. Let's go to game number 2 here. How did I sideboard is 2 choke, a shock, and 2 spell bomb. I think that 5. I think what I think two choke, ash shock, fire spout, and two spell bomb. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I took out two TBR, two lightning bolt, and two dismember. I think that's the out. That's the cut here. Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna ride this Tarmogoyf to win. I hope you don't. Okay. I think I should get this growth spiral here. Yeah. Just gonna ramp him up and draw a card. So I'm gonna cast this Tarmogoyf here. Don't draw a path. Now. That's nice. I'm gonna put it on top. Took our promise. I'm gonna cast this Tarmogoyf here. He have two mana licks in his hand. That's good. I can choke him now. Wow, did he draw a path? Okay. And I don't have a delirium. Now I have a mana leak. That path is really turned the game around. Just a fairy. Yep. So I'm gonna touches him first. Okay, I might just get rid of the cryptic command and play this Dead Shadow. Okay. I'm gonna play that Water Grave. Do I play that? I can play that tap. In case he bounces this, it's just an extra land. Okay. Channeler is good. I'm gonna swing here. Swing to him because he's dead. It's to block. Get a forest. Where's the forest? Oh yeah, I didn't take the forest. I wanna fetch it with this one. So I'm just gonna cast this. Okay, he bounced it. Yeah, I have one out here, and that is my fire spout. He didn't get it. And yep, we lost the game there. Delirium didn't came early, so I lost that game. So this is my 4-1 and I have to go now. I hope you like it. If you did, please like and subscribe and see you next time.